you something, something. 'Cause we don't talk about nothing no more. No, nothing, nothing.
I can't hear anything. Andrea, I couldn't even hit the intro for the show. I see that I'm on. Hey guys. So can you hear me? If you are here and watching the show, can you hear me? I see that Andrea can hear me backstage, but can you hear me? If you're here, please chime in and say hello. I look like shit. I literally just woke up. I see people on, but I don't see anybody saying anything, so I don't know if people can hear me. And I'm not going to let us know who's here. Thank you. Oh my God. Okay, lots of people are here. Hey, Pamela Brooks, can you hear me? Ramisha, yes, you guys can hear me. Okay, checking in. Hey, Anika. Okay, you can hear me. Anika, can you hear me? Yes, I can, Pamela Brooks. Okay, hi guys, I'm terribly sorry I am so late. By the looks of my face, I was asleep. Turn this damn ring light off of me. I look like a ghost. Oh, that's better. Okay, so I was sleeping, and we'll talk about why I was sleeping. I was knocked the hell out. My dear friend and producer Andrea had to call my daughter Andrea because I wasn't answering my phone. Andrea called Kiri. Kiri's here. Kiri's like, Mommy, it's 8:37. Your show. Knocked out. And why was I knocked out? I was knocked out because my hot ass did not get in the house until 8 a.m. I got in the house at 8 a.m. and today is Kiri's birthday, if you've seen me post. And oh my God, my eyes are so red, guys. I was sleeping. And I had to come in and then get ready for Kiri's birthday party. And 2 glasses of champagne later, I was knocked out on the sofa. And you guys are nosy motherfuckers are just here to find out what happened. Well, it's been such a long time. I think we need to catch up. And it's so ironic that I'm here tonight relaunching Data Mall Sis. And this past week, I relaunched my Single in the City column for the Afro paper. And my Single in the City column was about levels of love and blah, 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 and compromise and yeah. So I don't even know where to start. Okay, those of you who have been following me or watching the podcast for over a year, remember my co-host Tina. Tina DeVoe was my co-host. And Tina would regularly say that she was not, under any uncertain terms, there was no way that she was dating anyone that had medical problems or medical issues. Do y'all remember that? And I thought that was just so insensitive. She goes, if they got high blood pressure, they got diabetes, they got a heart condition, I'm not fucking with them. And I was like, that's so harsh. That's so harsh and insensitive. Because I got medical conditions. I don't remember what the fuck you told me yesterday. It rains. I can't move my motherfucking right pinky. However, what's going on with me medically does not infringe on other people's quality of life. I've got high blood pressure. However, complications of my ailments do not infringe on other people's quality of life. Okay, so I'm going to throw that out there. I'm going to talk about compromise versus settling. And I also want you to understand that a person is your person until they're not. I think I'm also going to talk about, I'm probably for the streets. As much as I try to do this committed, I think I'm for the streets. I'm looking at your comments. Because I want a boyfriend until I don't want a boyfriend. Wendy said, Wendy, sorry, I can understand why she said that. It's hard being a caregiver for an adult. Maybe she's had experience with that. I have, and I don't want to knowingly do that again right now. Thank you. I don't either. Okay, so I had my person, and you like what you like, right? And we also remember that my person was someone that I had given a second chance to because I stopped. I stopped for a reason. And 7 was perfect. Yep. He still is. He still is. He's a great guy. Eddie Buck is a wonderful, wonderful man. Philly, great guy. Porsche, fucking fantastic guy. Mr. Miami, wonderful fucking full. 7 whole days, great fucking guy. They're all great guys. We love Eddie Buck. We do. I talked to Eddie earlier today. Wonderful, fantastic man. Just not for me. So, Jesus Christ. Thank you. Sorry. It knocked me all the way out. Damn. And look at my camera up on me. Why is my camera so close to me now? Okay. I'll move back. Okay. I was talking about how wonderful everyone is, all right? So, I'm going to start with the past 48 hours. And then I'll work from there. Hey, Tony! All right. So, everyone's catching up. On Thursday, I think you like the courtship of dating, not the work relationship. I don't like the work. I just want to have fun. And at 52 years old, am I too old for this shit? Yeah, wonderful, but not for you. I need to get caught up. I think I'm out of the loop. I'm gonna catch everybody up. Everyone's out of the loop because my ass been back here compromising and shit. So I'm gonna tell you the last 48 hours and then we'll work back from there. 48, 72 at this point. On Thursday, wait one damn minute, 7's gone. 7's gone. 7, 8, 9. And my hope is that we'll be chummy and buddies like I am with Mr. Philadelphia. I talked to him. I went to dinner. I text Porsche 3 weeks ago. I text him dinner and dick. Y'all got a lot of catching up to do. 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, I text Mr. Porsche dinner and dick. He was like, absolutely. Where would you like to go? And we went to Soto Sopra for dinner because I was longing. Okay, I'm going to jump all over the place, and this ain't memory shit. This is because there's so much to. We got till 10 o'clock. Buckle the fuck up. 2 weeks ago, I text Mr. Porsche dinner and dick, and he said yes. Where would you like to go? And the next day, I didn't tell him where I wanted to go because the next day I had cold feet because I'm dating seven. I'm dating seven and cheating. So I didn't expect him to respond that quickly. But I guess the average man gets a text that says dinner and dick. He's probably going to respond immediately, right? And look at me. So I text him dinner and dick. He says, absolutely, where'd you like to go? I did not respond. I waited till the next day. No, he said, he didn't say where'd you like. He said, where'd you like to go? And are you available Thursday at 7? Get dinner and dick at 7 while I'm dating 7. And so I said yes. And he said, just let me know what restaurant. So let's say that's Monday. So Tuesday, I'm like, no, 7's perfect. I shouldn't do that. And I didn't respond to Porsche. Tuesday, oh no, 7's perfect. I probably shouldn't be having dinner and dick with somebody else. Wednesday, dinner and dick text back and say, hey, are we still on for tomorrow? And I said, yes. He said, have you given any thought to a restaurant you want to go to? And I said, I haven't. You pick. And he sent me Soto Sopra. And y'all know how I like shit. That has not changed. I love this shit. This is a panty dropper for me. He texts me a link to the reservation to the restaurant. I love that shit. So when I got that, I was like, it's motherfucking on, right? So I showed up for dinner and dick. And when I was leaving work, I said to him, I said, should I drive to your house? Because listen, ladies, it's dinner and dick. It's not just dinner. I'm not driving to the restaurant. If I drive to your house, my car's at your house, I get in your car, and we drive to the restaurant, we've got to come back to your house to get my car. You know, we ain't just out here for dinner tonight. And he says, no, I'm at the gym. And remember that he said I'm at the gym. Because another thing that you need to remember about me and my preferences, remember I used to run 5 bazillion miles. I go to Pilates, personal trainer. I eat very well. Like I'm more health conscious than not. And the men that I date have been very health conscious. And what I've learned over the past 6 months is health and wellness is socioeconomic. People who do better financially do better regarding health and wellness. So health disparities for people in poverty. And so hold on to that. I've learned a lot. So all of my relationships and experiences have given me a lot of information for me to do better, be better as a person. And the people that are listening to me going, that bitch don't keep a man or whatever fuck. No, I don't. But I keep the information that's provided to me through the experiences that I have. And I think that is the most important thing. So anyway, I asked him if he wants me to meet him at the restaurant or meet him at his house. He says, no, I'm just leaving the gym. I'll meet you there. So I was like, okay. So that's divine intervention for the hole in me. So I said, thank you, Jesus. All right, I'm just going to go to dinner with this man, and I'm not going to get the dick part, right? Because 7's perfect, right? And so I drive directly to the restaurant, which, eliminates the going back to his house part to get my car. Follow me, because if you have an inner hoe, sometimes you've got to put obstacles in the way so the hoe stays asleep. Just stay tuned. Anyway, we meet at Soto Sopra. I fucking love Soto Sopra. I don't just like Soto Sopra. You guys know that I love fine dining, period. Like, that's my shit. Like, I'm the person that takes myself out for $200 meals. Like, give me the $45 1942 margarita, right? Give me two of them. That's $80. Give me my meal. That's $100. I tip very well. I take myself out on $200 meals. And when I'm dating you, I have no problem with pulling my card out and paying for meals, right? But I really, really love being on the receiving end of fucking gifts and bags and trips and dinners. We're gonna act like I just been talking the whole fucking time. I don't know why it keeps knocking me the fuck out. Anyway, I like to be on the receiving end as well. And understand I am a giver. I give, because I'm a receiver. Anyway, we meet at the restaurant, and I'm like, great. I'll just have dinner with this man, and I'll go home, and everything will be great, and I'll see Seven, and Seven will be none the wiser, blah, blah, blah. So I text Porsche that I'm pulling up. He calls, and he says, hey, had a little traffic. I'm about 3 minutes away. Go on in, be seated, and I'll be right in. So I get to Soto Sopra. And have you been to Soto Sopra? Soto Sopra just is a sexy ass fucking restaurant, right? And the food is great. I love that fucking place. And so I get seated, and I sit in the chair facing the door so that he can see me when he comes in, right? And ladies and gentlemen, when he walked into the restaurant, he's just got this fucking presence. First off, he's fine as fuck. And as fine as he is as wealthy as he is, right? And as smart as he is. He walked in, and I was like, and as well dressed and polished as he is. That is my shit. That's my shit. So he comes in, and I'm trying to, girl, down, girl, down. Oh my, and I have to look, unimpressed, and he hasn't seen me in months, and I need to be unbothered, but I'm fucking bothered. And he comes and he sits. No, he doesn't come. He comes and he hugs and kisses me. And I give a fuck where my car was parked. I knew I was going back to his motherfucking house. Dinner was, oh my God. So just with the water person came to the table, and he was like, sparkling water for her, still water for me in a bottle. Like, you remember all of my preferences. And we're looking over the menu, and he goes, I know you're going to have the grilled octopus. Dinner was amazing. Conversation was, I love smart men. was amazing. Dinner was great. And dick was amazing. I got my little hot ass in my car, drove home, and 7 was here. And like the great hoe that I am, Seven had no idea any of that happened unless he's watching the show right now. Why did I need dinner and dick? Something in me was longing for the interaction that I had with Porsche. What I've not experienced, and my compromise not settled, because I don't believe that I settled, because he was perfect. What happens with me is, I need a shot for this. What happens with me, and I don't know why I am in this perpetual circle that does not end. Every now and then, speed dating event, because I can't continue on these dating sites. Yes, I'm going to host a speed dating event with the Afro. So when I get that information, I'm going to post it and I'll let you all know. That's probably a watch that person under it. So I get to a place where I believe that I'm not going to get everything, everything in one person. Like, I need someone that's cultured. Like, you guys know what my list is. Cultured, educated, articulate, polished. I need someone that can ebb and flow like I do. I need you to be able to hang out with me on Pennsylvania Avenue in Baltimore and also be my date at the White House, Pennsylvania Avenue in DC. Because I am multifaceted and I can be hood and shit and hang out with Mookie and Man and them and hang out with the governor or whoever the fuck and do what I do professionally. My desire is to have the male version of me, right? But that's kind of difficult. So what I've seen and what you guys seen with the people that I've dated, Philadelphia, Porsche, Mr. Miami, all had all those attributes that I just listed, but they're not necessarily the people that can hang out with Mookie and Man and them. So I have a difficult time finding that balance. I'm really interested in this. I need to be in these spaces with men. So a part of me doesn't get fulfilled, right? The person for me is someone that I need that relates to all of me, right? I shouldn't have to shut off any chambers of me to make you feel comfortable, whatever the fuck, right? So that's where I am. And then so I meet this person, and for the most part, he did all of those things. Money may not have been as long as I needed it to be, but then I do quite well for myself. So I'm the woman. I don't have a problem like doing financially where there might be some deficit, right? You guys know that we stopped seeing each other initially because the cheap shoes. And I am sorry. I'm not sorry. Like, this is not a fucking apology. I really prefer a polished look when I'm out and about. One, when I'm out and about, 90% of the time I am working. I don't know who's in, so it's really important to me. And outside of just the working part, physically, sexually, like apparently I am sexually attracted to the aesthetic, right? There is a look that moves me. And in my most recent relationship, I was never comfortable when we were out. Like I never looked across rooms like, oh, so, and that's not a dig on him. Like, he's a great guy. Just so I bought him Ferragamo shoes that he never fucking wore. With the Ferragamo shoes, $1,000 shoes. I bought him Ferragamo shoes, he never wore them. And I bought him a Ferragamo belt, he never wore. And that's not him. It's not him. So that's not him. And you would think Erica would recognize, well, if that's not him and that's what you like, he's not you. But I don't want to, the cycle that I was talking about. I get to a place where I think that the things that move me are superficial. And I don't want to be superficial. I don't want to be shallow. But what I've learned yet again is those are the fucking things that I like. Like, so if a man likes a bitch with a big booty and then decides to fall in love with a chick that ain't got no booty, sooner or later, he's gonna want a bitch with a big booty. That's what he likes. That's his preference. Erica, if you like motherfuckers with money and prestige and a platform and all this shit, and you date someone who doesn't, sooner or later, you're gonna long for someone with money and power and prestige. And that's how I ended up with dinner and dick. And that's okay. Thank you, Anika. Moving right along. So I'm telling you, that happened like a month ago, right? So my person and I just kept moving through our relationship. Wow, look at all those motherfuckers on the show. Andre, you see the numbers? Nosy motherfuckers. So we keep moving in our relationship and progressing, and we even had plans for Simon to move in with me in September. Let's go, let's go. We're doing this, and we were. We've meshed our friends and family. I missed y'all too. So we were doing the couple thing, and he's a great guy, and I cannot take that away from him. I'm for the streets, not him. So anyway, he started having medical issues. Not medical issues that affected the dick. The dick worked, right? So, because I was talking to a guy last night, he's like, oh, so the medical, no, dick was fine. Well, you guys know when I first met him, I told you guys that the dick was just average. The dick was average, but the head was amazing, right? So, again, compromise. Bitch, you can't have it all. But I want it all. So the dick was always just average, right? But then, when you get emotions and feelings for someone, dick gets better, right? Average dick is almost amazing when you love someone. But you're always going along for more. Oh my God. Anyway, so when we met, I knew that, he had experienced some health crisis like many years ago. And then through the past 6 months, we find out that he's diabetic. Now we find out he withheld that information, right? I am, if you know me, I'm huge on deception and betrayal. Like those are deal breakers for me. So I do believe from the very first moment that he told me that he had diabetes, but withheld that information. I think there was some disconnect there. You can't withhold that information. So withholding that you have diabetes also means that you are not doing the things that you should do to care for your health. Because if you withheld that from me, that means that you're eating and drinking and doing things that you probably shouldn't be doing. And if I knew that you had this ailment, I would I would absolutely be supporting you and doing better in that area. So find out that he's actually ignored it for many years. And as a result of ignoring it for many years, he's now having complications. Not complications that affect his dick. So I don't want anybody to think that I've done anything because the man's dick didn't work. I'm not that shallow. No, dick worked. I'm not that shallow. So he was starting to have complications, and the complications look like he's always tired. The complications look like pain and discomfort. The complications, like I have medical issues. And in the beginning of this conversation, I said that my medical condition does not infringe on other people's quality of life. I like to go, I like to do, I like to be, I like to, right? And now we can't because you're tired, you're sick, you're hurting, so those I'm sorry. Those things started affecting, or yeah, those things started bothering me, and I kept them to myself because I don't want to be insensitive. Like these are real health care issues. So as a result of the discomfort he was having, he wasn't getting the quality of care that I believe that he should get. So let's go back to Porsche. Porsche had some medical scare, and Porsche went to the chair of whatever department it was that he needed to be seen in, right? And up to University of Maryland. Like he only sees the best of the best. Philadelphia had a health scare, and he went to the best of the best. Like they do research, they find out who is the person that they need to see, and they immediately go to the top. Right? That's back to health disparities, poverty, and health and wellness being socioeconomic. Like this is a whole lesson here for Black people. When we have more, we do more. When we know better, we do better. So I've been in relation with these men that when faced with a healthcare issue, jump on it. I regularly say that I swipe my medical card like a Amex Black card, like I'm going to the doctor. So anyway, he wasn't getting us 9:41. Okay, I'll wrap this up in like 25. Y'all ain't gonna get the end of this motherfucking story. Anyway, he wasn't getting the care that I needed. I posted to you guys I needed somebody at the top. Y'all didn't give it to me. I ended up going to the top of the executive director of the VA Medical Center for him. I sent an email to the VA person. They connected with the chief of staff. And as a result of my communication and my advocacy for him, his phone rang off the hook. And every appointment that he needed, they called and had him seen. So on Thursday, so now we're going to get to the last 72 hours. On Thursday, I went to one of those appointments with him, and through the course of the appointment, found out that he wasn't doing things that the doctor told him that he should be doing. And the things that he was doing were shortening his lifespan. Like, so there's cardiac and there's diabetes, right? And he wasn't taking the medication that they told him to do. He wasn't, it was like, I was almost embarrassed. See, I would have been pissed. I'm 48, not 28. We have to take care of ourselves, period. Right. I was almost embarrassed to hear the doctors say to him, and not even just hear what the doctors were saying, but his response to the doctors was like almost like a child. I'm not doing that because, and it was like he was smarter than the doctors. It was really weird for me, and it made me very uncomfortable. And the appointment was 4 hours long, and a 4-hour doctor's appointment for me. There was 2 meetings that I missed. There was my phone. My phone never stops ringing because I'm hands on with my clients. So I'm ignoring calls. I didn't have those 2 I don't know what the fuck is going on. I connected to my Wi-Fi too, so maybe that'll stop. I'm hardwired. I'm hardwired to my modem, and now I'm also connected to Wi-Fi. Maybe it'll stop. So let me try to quickly go. So the appointment was 4 hours long, and I was angry. I was embarrassed, and I didn't sign up for this, right? So as a result of the complications that he has, they are now infringing on my quality of life, right? Like, we can't do this, we can't do that. He's tired. Now, like, I love weekend long drives, going somewhere. Like last weekend, he said that he was going to take me to Philadelphia for dinner. Then he was sick and in pain, and he couldn't drive to Philadelphia, so we didn't do anything. So that really started bothering me. So Thursday, we do the doctor's appointment. After the 4 hours with him, I went to work, and I had a long fucking ridiculous day. Like, my days are not easy. I deal with 18 to 30-year-old drug addicts with mental illness all day. It's not an easy day. So I did that, and once I got off work, I was like, I wanted to go and sit on somebody's fucking bar stool, have a glass of something, eat something great, and just decompress from my day. And then I decided I would just go to the wine store, buy a bottle of champagne, cook me something good to eat, and just relax. And that's so I opted to do that. I went, bought a bottle of champagne. I went to the grocery store and I bought a steak. And I bought myself flowers, right? I bought myself flowers because for 2 weeks in a row, he's not bought me flowers. And that's his thing. Like, I never said to you, buy me flowers every week. You know that I buy flowers. So you know that I love flowers. And you guys know through my own self-care that I buy myself flowers. And I'm capable of buying my own flowers. I don't need you to buy me flowers. It's a nice gesture. And if it's a gesture that you've implemented in this relationship, it's something that you should be doing. So for 2 weeks, I haven't got flowers. So my plan is go champagne, dinner, buy myself roses, go home, and enjoy my downtime, right? So I purposely also did not call him after this 4 hours doctor's appointment. Look, I gave you 4 hours of my fucking day. I have to work. I've got shit to do. And I'm give. So it was time for me to be selfish and not extend myself to external things, right? I did my work with all these people and all this stuff. I gave you 4 hours. Now it's my fucking time. And I'm very intentional about my self-care, right? So on my way to the grocery store, he called. And because I hadn't called or talked to him all day. This is very fucking annoying. So I didn't call or text him at all after the doctor's appointment, right? So he calls me and he greets me with, "Hey, Sneaky, what you up to?" He didn't talk to me all day. He said, "Hey, Sneaky, what you up to?" I said, "I'm on my way to the grocery store. I'm going to buy me something to drink. I'm going to fix me something to eat. I'm chilling." He says, "Okay, I'm on my way out." He's on his way to my house. Okay, great. See you when you get here. He says, "But first," this is what he said, "I'm going to take my last $100 bill and I'm going to go to Perryville for a little while." That's the casino. "Hey there, Catrice." He's going to take his last $100 bill and go to the casino. Now, I know him saying last $100 bill doesn't mean that's last money. He must have a shoebox or something that's house. Like, he always has like $100 bills. Like, he goes home and gets money, and so he's got his last $100 bill and he's going to the casino. And I said, "I don't feel like going to the casino tonight," right? And I also heard that you got $100 bill on you and you didn't buy me flowers. That's really all I heard. Your last $100 bill, you're taking to the casino. And, you know, I gamble, so I'm not the person, I ain't got no problem with you. That's your motherfucking money, do you. But I did have a problem with not getting flowers 2 weeks in a row and you saying you take your last $100 bill and go to the casino. Fine, great. And go, because I need my own time right now. You're on your way to my house. Like, give me as much time as I need to get what I need for myself, right? So I go home, I pour my champagne, I cook my dinner, I eat, I end up smoking hookah. I'm on 1,000% chill mode. What a fucking day. I had that doctor's appointment, I had work, and now I am good. And once I got good, I was like, maybe I'll go to the casino for a while, right? And I called him and I said, where are you? He says, coming through the gate. So he was here. And I was like, shit, I was going to come up. Like, the casino's one exit away from my house. I live 7 minutes away from Hollywood Casino. I was like, I was going to go to the casino for a little while. He says, well, if you want to go, go, but I'm tired, right? I wouldn't ask him to go. So he came in, gave me a kiss. We chatted for a minute, and he said he was tired. He went to the bedroom, and I was cleaning up. And while he was in the bedroom, I went in and I said, yeah, I'm going to go up to the casino for a little while. He says, okay, I'm tired, I'm going to bed. Okay. That's the day that I wore that little onesie thing. I threw on some fucking slides, and I went to the casino. I was there for 5 minutes and won $1,500. Stayed there for a little while and won $1,900. Like, okay, I had a great fucking time, right? I left the casino, I got home, and as soon as I got on my car, my client called, and I had the client on speakerphone as I was getting out of the car. So I'm talking to the client, hey, I'm just getting in, open the door, I walk through the house, I get to my bedroom, he's in the bed sleeping, I turn the speaker down, and now I'm talking another tone, and I say to Seven, I have to turn the light on for a second because I was getting my Ambien sleeping pill. And so listen, I would turn the light on for a second. So I turned the light on, I'm fumbling through my nightstand looking for my sleeping medicine, get my sleeping medicine. All this, listen, I'm telling you all the details for a reason. I take my sleeping medicine, I get off, as I'm about to get off the phone with the client, Seven grabs his pillow, leaves the bedroom, and goes to sleep on the sofa. I get off the phone, I turn the lamp out, I get up, close the bedroom door, get in my motherfucking bed and go to sleep. I'm not the, what's wrong with you? And because of these health complications, it's a regular occurrence for him to get out of the bed and sleep on the sofa because he's in pain or he's tossing and turning and he doesn't want to keep me up. So I don't know if you're sick, you're mad. I don't know this because you didn't communicate. Your communication style was to grab your pillow and go to the sofa. And I'm not running behind a grown-ass man, right? So I close the door, I get in the bed and sleep like a motherfucking baby. And I wake up at 8:45 a.m. Why do I wake up at 8:45 a.m.? Because Seven didn't call me at 8. Seven calls me every morning at 8 a.m. to wake me up for work. He didn't call. So now, because I wake up late, I'm not calling you. I'm getting myself together. Jalen has to go to a doctor's appointment every Friday at 9:30. So I am in rush mode. I get Jalen. We go to her doctor's appointment, which is always long. We stop, we get something to eat. I go to work. I get to work. Work is another fucking shit show. Like so 2 days in a row of what the fuck could happen, and I'm in the thick of it, right? And I've not talked to, text, or heard from him all day. I'm driving home, and that's when it dawns on me. He didn't wake me up. He hasn't called or text me all day. Okay, I proceed to drive home. By the time I get home, I'm like, wait a minute, this is strange. So I call him. He doesn't answer. I wait a little while longer and I call him again. He doesn't answer. And I text him, are you okay? No response. A little while later, I call him again. Now I'm getting worried. And I call him, I text him, I'm not getting a response. And finally I text him, hey, haven't heard from you all day. I'm getting worried. I'm going to text your daughter and his brother to see if they've heard from you, because this is strange. I texted both of them, and neither of them have heard from him. And they both call him, and he doesn't answer their calls. So they text me back, no, he's not answering my calls either. So now I'm super fucking worried. But I'm capable of sleeping. So I go to sleep, and I wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning. And the first thing on my mind is to check to see if his medication is here. So I go into the bathroom, and I open, this man got the whole side of the sink. That's his sink and his drawers and everything. I open the drawer to see if his medicine there, and it's not there. Then I go to the refrigerators. He takes insulin. So I go to the refrigerator and see if his insulin's in there, and it's not. Oh, this was a planned exit. Then here's a drawer in my dresser, and I open it, and it's empty. Then I open the nightstand. It's empty. Then I go to the bathroom, and on the back of my bathroom door, motherfucking Versace robe that I bought that motherfucker is gone. Then I opened my closet, and it echoed. He had a few things hanging in my closet. They were all gone. I know you're fucking lying. Somebody said they can't hear me. Wait a minute, bitch. Kelly, you know I'm fucking lying? I went downstairs to my bar. And 3 bottles are gone. He drinks bourbon, and I spent $80, $110 on fucking bourbon. A bottle. He took the fucking bourbon. I've been ghosted. When I tell you all the wind was not. All the wind was knocked out of me. I've never experienced this. I was like, this motherfucker love me. And I was sad. And then I was like, bitch, you said it. So the coward didn't communicate. I don't like where this has gone. That's the word, coward. So check this. I was like, bitch, you sad. I wasn't sad. My ego was bruised. Take the motherfucking robe. Because you would never have nothing of that quality in your fucking life anyway. Sell the shoes that you haven't worn. So the coward, like ghosting is such a cowardly departure. You got a problem? So I was thinking so we didn't have any argument, disagreement, or anything. I had some internal stuff going on about, the doctor's appointment, all that stuff, but I purposely didn't call or text him because I didn't want to be mean, right? That is who I am. I will be mean to you when I am angry or disappointed. Like my go-to emotion is mean. And I purposely didn't call or text him because I didn't want to be mean about being embarrassed at his doctor's appointment, right? So, I texted him, and what I said to him was like, I didn't deserve a conversation. So people that need closure and all that bullshit, what the fuck is somebody giving you a reason? What is it really going to do? If he says to me, I left because you did blah, 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 what does that change? I don't need no fucking closure. I don't need no text messages. I don't need no phone calls. I don't need a special delivery. I don't need, can we talk for a minute? I don't need any of that. Because what you did, ladies, anyone going through a breakup, whatever a motherfucker did that ended the relationship was intentional, right? So for you to sneak out in the middle So for you to sneak out in the middle of the night, you wanted to cause me harm. Your intention was to harm me, to bring me some discourse. When someone shows you who they are, believe it. I don't need a conversation after this. You stole liquor from my bar, you fucking bum. I see who you are. You took a fucking robe. You've never had a Versace robe hanging in your fucking apartment. So what I learned from this experience is who you are, right? So ironically, my return to the Afro and my article for Single in the City talked about representatives, right? And I am a person that believes, I don't believe that we meet the representative. I believe that we meet authentic people. When you meet me, you meet who I am. I believe that the representative shows up when there's fear, to protect ourselves. Then this person that we have to be shows up to just protect my feelings. So I also believe that we should not commit to people until we've seen them in every fucking level of emotion. Angry, broke, tired, sick. When we see how people navigate in ill spaces, that shows us who they are, right? So anyway, my feelings was hurt for a minute. A minute is 60 seconds. My feelings was hurt for less than a fucking minute. Because you've shown me. I don't need anyone proving to me that you don't give a fuck about me. Because what I do understand is that love and adoration and respect doesn't move that way. Like, I've done this too many times to allow people to treat me how the fuck they want to treat me and then tell me it's something else. Right? So, I sent a couple of text messages. You know, the girl in me needed to do that. That day. Bitches, stop calling him. Stop texting him. I'm not blocking nobody. I ain't gonna block no. I don't have to block you. I need to tell myself that I am worthy, I am valuable, I'm enough. And because I am, I don't need that person in my space. So if I decide that I'm going to text you and call you, I no longer believe that I am worthy, valuable, enough. And a person that slithers in the middle of the night and steals from you is someone that you want to be with. I don't. You slithered, cowered, and stole. We should be together forever. Not me. And the best way, your therapist ain't going to tell you this. The best way for me to get over one motherfucker is to get under another. So I'm in here. Cooked me some good food yesterday. Watched me a few good movies. I was chilling. And my CEO, I keep saying client, I work for him. My CEO called to check on me. He's like, how you feeling? I'm good. I'm watching movies. I'm drinking champagne. I'm chilling. You ain't calling? Where did they do that at? That's not how I roll. Because when you recognize that you're the fucking gift, and I always do, I'm the fucking gift. You're fucking lost. And if that's not your mindset, work on you. I was like, no. Are you sad? No, he showed me who he is. I don't want that in my life. You want to go out? It was 8 o'clock on Saturday night. I was like, no, I'm in. Girl, come on outside. I said, I just took my wig off. Put it back on. So I put my wig on. I got dressed and got real cute. And we were supposed to go to Stokey's place, Silks. I called Stokey. I was like, you in town? He's like, I'm 2 hours away, but I'm headed that way. What you doing? So I'm on my way to Silks. I'll see you there. Didn't happen. Got to Silks. Silks was closed. I went to Mike's. And had a drink and talked about my 48 hours. I'm going to do a podcast with Mike about this bullshit. I had a drink at Mike's, and then Trey came and picked me up, and then we drove to Silks. That's when we saw Silks was closed. We went to Perennial. Andre, you been to Perennial? I've never been. I thought every great fucking restaurant. I know black people don't like Atlas Group restaurants. I love every fucking Atlas. I love Atlas. Atlas is the best fucking restaurant. I'm so sorry they let that little black boy in, but I love fucking Atlas restaurant. Anyway, I don't know what's going on tonight. So we went to Perennial, and the kitchen was closed. So we had another drink at Perennial, and we left Perennial. We met some doctor there, and me and Trey and the doctor then went to Towson Nights Hookah Lounge. Like, this how the fuck you break up? What? You know, fuck him. Fuck him. Anybody that's watching that's going through some shit, fuck him. Live your fucking life. So we went to Perennial, had a drink, went to Towson Nights, did hookah, and I'm starving because, nowhere had food. And Trey was like, the best we can do is go get a crab cake from Valentino's. Well, Valentino's is on the corner of Northern Parkway and Harford Road. And 31-year-old lives nearby. Yes, well, in my article, Single in the City, I always list where I've gone that week. So, gotta read the article at meafro.com. We went to, so I got my crab cake from, on my way to my crab cake, and I text 31. 31 is now 32 years old. And he called me Father's Day weekend. Nice to know you're on a 32-year-old's mind. And so I text him and I said, hey, I'm in Baltimore. I'm about to pick up my food. Where you at? And he's like, I sent a WYA text to a 32-year-old. Get your motherfucking life, mama. So he said, I'm home. And sent his address. Then I sent a OMW text. And my show was late today because I got it at 8 o'clock this morning. The walk of shame is very, very different when you're 52 years old and don't have sunglasses. So, last message from 32 was, because I'm like, I ain't got no text, nothing to say. I got here at 8. At 10 a.m., 32 Texas. Can I just fuck on you and take great care of you always? Always? So can I just fuck you and take care of you always? My My response is YUP. Yes, you can fuck me and take care of me always. 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 Anyway. All right, let me wrap this shit up. We are an hour and 5 minutes. Okay. I also need to say that when I went to Mike's, I met this very cute guy. He's like, I like you. You honest. You don't know how honest I am, buddy. And I reactivated my online profile. So Datum All Sis is back in full effect. Next, right? So if you are someone wallowing over a breakup, like move the fuck on. Move the fuck on. They don't want you, boo. And if you tell yourself the truth, you don't want them. Because the attractive guy that I met last night at Mike's, he said to me, you ain't really like him. I mean, some things have happened that changed how I felt and changed the quality of my life. And I want to do, go, be, see. And, my goal has always been to find that person that I share experiences with. Not to be fucking intensive care all the fucking time, right? And as insensitive as that may seem, and I'm sure his friends and co-workers and people are watching, tell them. Follow me on Eric Austin, what the fuck? Like, you made a decision that didn't include me. I don't need closure. Closure for me is moving the fuck on. So I'll be back next Sunday. And I gotta check to see when my article runs. And so check me out, single and let's just end the show. I'm tired of this fucking shit. I'll figure out what the technical difficulties are. But thanks so much for coming in. Please tell me the sign. Aquarius. Fuck Aquarius. Fuck Geminis. Fuck Aries. See you guys next Sunday, 8:30, right here. Datum All Sis.